trying to find a video because I want to watch what happened again.
It was all crap.
Pratt wrote a race to try to box in journalism. Umby came up inside. He tried to run journalism up the hind end of Clever again.
Yeah, Pratt lugged in.
Let's see if I have any money in my account now. Nope.
I bet 200 on journalism.
I put win place on River Thames.
Oh, I've got my future wager. Holy shit.
Oh, I played the back wheel over the two, over journalism, with all over journalism, but he didn't win. I mean, he won. River Thames. My Preakness double paid $15.
I'm exactly to what I started at, $575.
Wow. I started with $600 and I am at 27.
I got 400 on. Why isn't my future wager coming? Umberto speak forever. All right, well, good luck.
Journalism is getting closer now. He's behind a wall of horses. He's looking for a place to go. And he's got nowhere to go. Oh, he bumped hard. Bumped hard. That's disoriented. In the meanwhile, Goldsmith's running the race of his life. And Sandman has entered the scene. And he has moved up to the far outside. Journalism is still running on. He's back into second. He might even win it. There's the winner.
Aaron Wellman. I was just rewatching the race. I would come over close to you.
Holy shit, man.
Unreal.
Ridiculous.
Unreal.
We have a
I think it's gonna be you, Michael, and Umby, right?
okay.
I've got chills still.
I don't know how that happened. What did he know you haven't won? Stayed on his feet.
I could not. I literally was like, oh.
Long stretch.
What a horse. Pacific Classic?
Doesn't love putting on the turn.
Is Bob coming in too? Oh, come on. Excuse me, newspaper gentlemen. You have to come into the presser. You can't hold Michael McCarthy hostage. Okie dokie. We'll get started in here. Guys, Aaron Wellman of Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, Bob LaPenta, Michael McCarthy, Umberto Rispoli. We'll take questions from the audience as well from the press box.
I feel like a soccer player.
When
now.
it's the press
I love
box,
it.
they're going to tell me in my ear, and I'm going to relay the question, so give us some leeway on that. I feel like Michael really wants to talk first, though. He's smiling.
I'll talk to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Aquí. ¿Está bien? No, it's okay.
Are they already tearing this place down?
Non c'era spazio.
They're,
Non c'era
they're
spazio.
painting the silks. They're
Non
painting
c'era
the
spazio.
silks on the thing.
Non c'era spazio.
All right, we'll give it a, are you guys ready to go here? Does my microphone work? Does it work, my microphone? Everyone can hear?
Give this to Sadie.
Thank you.
That is so annoying, isn't it?
Can somebody tell us?
I think they have to have it when it's moving. It's like automatic. Can we tell them if the sun don't stop? The painter? Michael McCarthy, congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys know, but Michael McCarthy is a perfect 2 for 2 now in the Preakness. I love just your overall thoughts right now.
You know, I got a little bit anxious there. Obviously, in the post parade, he was on his toes a little bit. Something that got him a little bit irritated. We were having a hard time getting the halter off of him. I'm glad he was amenable to, you know, getting away from the crowd and getting over to the backside and being able to warm up a little bit. First time by the stands, he flopped over to his left lead, was in a little bit tight up the backside. I thought he was traveling okay. Coming to the half-mile pole, it didn't seem like, to me, like he was traveling in the Kentucky Derby. Umberto, all credit to him. He chose to save ground. That's what it takes to win these races like this. Obviously found himself in a little bit of a conundrum there for 6 or 8 jumps. Thankful that he and the horse came out of it unscathed. That's the most important thing. Win, lose, or draw. A wonderful effort by a wonderful group of people. As I said before, my guys that helped me do this, my assistants, my grooms, my riders, my hot walkers. I couldn't do this without them. Aaron and Stella are floating around here somewhere. I'm sure you saw I can't do it without them either. Once I drive out the stable gate, and this ownership group and everybody here today appreciate their patience and their support. Big deal for me.
I think stall 40 gets to be the journalism stall now, by the way. It's not the Derby winner stall anymore, it's the journalism
Yeah,
stall.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyone who watched the Alibi Breakfast knows that. Yep.
Michael, what does it mean winning the last Preakness at Old Hilltop?
It's a little bit strange. I actually won the last El Camino Real Derby at Golden Gate Fields. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of a pattern there or not, but you know, a lot of history here. To think of all the good horses that have run through the lane here. I think one of the things that really got it started for me was Sunday Silence and Easy Goer. I remember where I was watching that race that day. Things kind of come full circle. Be sad to see this place go, but we'll try to get back here next year, whichever locale it's at.
For Umberto, could you just take us through the stretch run? You know how you saw it.
Well, going on the backside, I mean, passing the half-mile pole, he wasn't traveling like he did travel in the Derby. And at that point, you think 2 things. You have no horse, so he's just too relaxed. And I think with the second was the option, because as soon as I give a smack on the shoulder, he said, okay, I know what I got to do. At that point, I was trying to go outside and follow the River Thames. But I had be suggested from some top world-class rider, some Hall of Fame rider in the United States. You win this race, a saving ground. And I would say thank you to Jerry Bailey for the big tips. And look, going to the off turn, I would believe it. And Clever again would go at least at the 8 pole, at the quarter pole he gets stopped, and obviously Gozer was the first one to have the jump on him. We didn't went that fast. The pace was just reasonable slow, and Flavian had some trouble to come out of there. You know, having American Promises outside of him, he couldn't get rid of him soon. And look, going to the elbow, a little gap was open it, and I say it's now or never. So it's a horse racing. We should. I think it's a nice battle for the sports. Everybody come out safe. I'm sorry about Jose. Then he had to check, and I had to give a shout to Flavian, and he straight up his horse right away. So, but from that standpoint, from where I was, when I look it up, Louise opened up 4 lengths ahead of me, and at the first time I used the crop on him, he switched his lead, and boom, he took off. So. More I was going close to the wire, more I was looking, I was in the wire, and I said at the 16th pole, I say, okay, I think I'm going to be late, but probably on time. So I have to give a credit to the horse, because I don't see many horses. Probably was a Fleet Alex, then he did that, but he almost, Jeremy Rose almost fell off from the horse, and that was for me probably the most spectacular Preakness that I ever see. But even what we saw today, this horse coming back after two weeks from a tough trip in the Derby, and running against the track that he privileged, it was an amazing effort. I wish I would give him a softer race, but this is a part of horse racing, and we're here celebrating this.
I have a question from upstairs.
Thank you.
Michael, this question was for you. Walk us through when you got into trouble, and then when you thought that you were actually going to get there.
It was basically more or less kind of what I thought coming to the 16th pole in the Kentucky Derby when I saw Sovereignty coming to us. I thought it was just another fantastic effort. A couple things didn't work out that well for us Derby Saturday, but obviously this here was a little bit more drastic than than just losing some ground at the start and having to deal with it off-going in a muddy racetrack. This looked a little bit ugly there for a couple of jumps. As I had said, I'm just glad that horses and humans are okay. But my initial thought was, proud of the horse, great effort. Just going to come up a little bit short. So.
Anyone else down here?
Okay, I have a follow-up question. Go ahead.
What's it say about journalism, the fact that he could do what he just did with a 2-week turnaround?
I think it says a lot about him. I think it's basically he has validated what we have thought about him all along. This summer he was getting ready a little bit faster than your average 2-year-old. We had to stop on him for some little aches and pains. When things got rolling and he was able to go ahead, annex 3 races in 7 weeks, leading or culminating with the Los Alamitos Futurity, I started thinking about something like this. It's not none of these Triple Crown races are easy to get to. You certainly need the vehicle, and we had it with him.
Go ahead for the other question. Sorry, repeat it.
Umberto, you're the first rider from Italy to have won a Triple Crown race. What does that mean?
Viva Italia!
He said he's not really that thrilled.
Actually, was something that I don't even thought. As having a Frankie as my idol, you always thought that you couldn't do anything that Frankie ever done. So, Zio, if you ever listen to me, I think you have to ride a couple of more years to get one of the winners of the Triple Crown to equal me. So, but no, it's a privilege from what I say to Don on the pony. When I cross the wire, it looks like a flash of 20 years of my career went through to my head, and I mean, it's even difficult to describe the feeling when you cross the wire on those races. You know, you just dream about that. And my wife knows how painful I am when I'm losing a race. So she wouldn't definitely sleep with I would go sleep somewhere else if I would have lost this race tonight. So, but yeah, listen, I'm proud of this, and I'm glad that then, unfortunately for my country, races doesn't go really well. But I'm glad that then I keep my flags up, and I wish then everybody over there are proud of me.
Aaron.
Thank you.
Having the beaten favorite in the Derby, a lot of people wouldn't be game enough to come back in the Preakness. What went into that decision?
Yeah, look, it always starts with the horse first. I just think that this victory symbolizes so much about life. It took guts for Mike McCarthy to make this call, to come here. It took guts for Umberto Rispoli to power his way through a seemingly impossible hole, getting sideswiped and threading the needle and powering on through. And it took guts from an incredible horse to somehow will his way to victory. There's just so many people to thank. It starts with Don Alberto, who's our partner in the horse and bred this magnificent animal. George Isaacs, John Malone, Leslie Malone of Bridlewood Farm, who put their faith in the program and have put so much into this game to deserve another classic win. Bob LaPenta, you see a guy just how much it means.
You know, this was a couple of tough weeks. We really thought we had the best horse in the Derby, and we did. And, you know, a number of sports writers, they have my phone, they text me, you know, and the consensus that remained, you know, nameless was, hey, you guys took almost 2 weeks to decide you wanted to run this horse. So obviously, there was a lot of concern. Number two, do you know how many horses that came in second in the Derby in the past 8 or 9 years won the Preakness? One. They said, so what are you guys thinking about? I mean, and I said, look, Mike McCarthy is an incredible trainer. My team, my partners, we're not going to enter this horse unless we think he could win. And Umberto, I'm going to drink a couple of bottles of wine tonight.
I take that one, Bob.
So we upset all the apple carts. They said he doesn't deserve to be 6 to 5. A lot of people picked him for third, and I said, thank God.
I was happy you floated up from even money yourself.
Yeah.
Anybody else in here have a question?
Congratulations for the team. My question, Mr. Heller and co-owner, I'm bringing in my language, su language, en español. Sueño cumplido, don Carlos, y bueno, ¿qué hace a este caballo tan especial?
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
in Spanish.
Yeah, however you want. He wants to know when he thought the horse was good, right?
Es un caballo criado por nosotros con todo el amor y la paciencia. 10 años en Estados Unidos. Logramos tener estos grandes socios, grandes amigos ahora, un gran trainer como Mike McCarthy, un gran jinete como Umberto Rispoli. Primero, muy buenas personas, very good people, my partners. Sí, lo sé. Umberto speaks Spanish, Italian, Spanish, French, ¿no? Así que I prefer a short response because all the people don't know the Spanish. Así que gracias por la pregunta y emocionado, muy feliz.
I think he said he was very happy. Umberto, please.
Michael and I, we want to say thank you Muchas gracias, Carlos, por el apoyo de la parte de Michael. Me preguntó de decírtelo en español. Hay que te lo digo en español.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias para tú y a todo
Muy
el team
bien.
y toda la gente que a toda
All the team speak
toda
Spanish
la gente,
now.
a toda la gente que trabaja
I can't
al
believe it.
farm y toda la gente que trabaja atrás de Don Alberto por el support. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Humberto. Mike, thank you.
I got to.
Michael, I know a lot of the trainers talk about the close quarters in the barns. What are you going to miss most about this place?
I've been here 3 times. I've won 2 classics. The third time I came here, I got my tail whipped. We won't think about that, but like I said, my start in racing was as a fan. I think back, Sunday Silence, Easy Goer, all the great horses, all the great races that have come through this place. I think of a lot of people that I've come in contact throughout my professional tenure. Cott Campbell was fortunate enough to win a Preakness.
And they were second in the Derby and came back and won the Preakness.
Exactly.
History repeats.
Yeah, so very proud to be part of this special fraternity. I'll miss seeing that weather vane up there for sure. Yeah, sad to see it go, but we'll look forward to next year.
I want to come to be a rider in Maryland after today.
First of all, congratulations to all, Michael, Berto, quick silver partners, Arnold, Alberto, congratulations. Very proud of the big effort and the big fight that you all for this run today. My question is, obviously, this is the next one that everyone is going to ask. Thoughts about the Belmont Stakes and a rematch versus Sovereign?
Yes.
He's in his hands. I'm not going to answer this one.
Don't pretend like you can't fit under there.
The question is, what is the
You can
the
hold
thoughts
yourself.
about Belmont?
You can't really hold yourself. It's impossible.
Who's going to answer that question?
Look,
He ran a very taxing race in the Kentucky Derby under very difficult circumstances. He came back today and defied logic, doing what he did. It was a very physical effort. As I said before, and as will always be, the horse will come first. We'll evaluate him. Michael's going to stay here for a couple days, assess his energy level, his appetite. We would love to go. I think this ownership group, Eclipse on down, has made it very clear that we take these American Classics very seriously. We hold them in high regard, and we want to be good ambassadors for the industry and the sport at large. If this horse is in good shape, we'll certainly keep it under consideration, but we've got 2+ weeks to determine that, and we'll take all the time we need. We feel very fortunate to be in the position we're in, and if Michael gives him the green light, we'll be there. If not, we've got a hell of a second half of the season to look forward to. So just super proud of this horse. And he proved that he's a true classic competitor today.
Anything else from upstairs? Anything else from the room?
Aaron, you talked about nuts he showed. Mike, when did you, maybe not until today, when did you think he had that kind of guts in?
I thought in the Santa Anita Derby, albeit in a 5-horse field, I thought he overcame a lot, down in tight, down on the fence. Look, what happened today is almost surreal. You don't see that happen.
True. Kind of a Fleet
I don't,
Alex-like.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. I mean, that's a.
He's a warrior.
Yeah.
He is a
this
warrior.
horse is. He just. I think he showed today. He is a gift from above.
Michael, a lot of horses show immaturity, and you say, I can see a lot of room for growth. I feel like we've never almost seen immaturity from him or any kind of greenness. He's just such a professional. How do you still know that there's growth in there when he acts like such a pro all the time?
I think there's so many things that go into this, but him as an individual, you see what he's like. He's big without being too big. He's a wonderfully made horse. His mind is probably his best asset. He is bred top and bottom to run all day long. He has the physical likeness to Curlin. He has the athleticism of Uncle Mo. Mopetism, his dam, obviously very effective at 2 turns and mile and beyond. So I could go on and on here about how this horse, how it's blue skies ahead for him.
Anybody else from the room? No? Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.